In this section, we'll look at the aftermath of Kennedy's assassination. 2 days after Kennedy's assassination, on November 24th, the Dallas police, after questioning Oswald, were transferring him and bringing him out in the garage basement of the police office. And while they were in the parking garage, a Dallas nightclub owner named Jack Ruby stormed out with a gun and shot Oswald and killed him. Ruby was arrested and claimed into his death in prison that he was just walking by and he got so emotional that he just killed him. It wasn't planned or part of anything. After the autopsy, Kennedy's body was brought back to Washington and placed in the East Room of the White House for 24 hours. On Sunday, November 24th, the coffin was carried on a horse-drawn caisson to the U.S. Capitol to lie in state. Jackie had researched how Lincoln's funeral had gone and wanted it done exactly the same. Thousands of people filed past Kennedy's body all night, and as dignitaries arrived from around the world, there was a state funeral on Monday, November 25th. After the Mass at St. Matthew's Cathedral, you can see here Jackie and the children coming out. All the soldiers were saluting, and little John mimicked them and saluted as well. As a very famous shot. But that was after the Mass. The body was then laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery with an eternal flame. Jackie was very protective of her husband's image, and a few weeks after the assassination, Jackie gave an interview to the journalist Theodore White, who was known to be very friendly to the Kennedys. And Jackie explained how they would listen to the musical Camelot at night on the record player. Camelot was a popular musical about the King Arthur, and it was idealized and romanticized King Arthur in his court at Camelot. And so, Theodore White began to refer to Kennedy with his beautiful wife and his 2 healthy, beautiful kids being killed at a young age. It all came out as Camelot, and the press picked up on it. And so the Kennedy administration is still romanticized today as Camelot. The assassination, of course, raised a lot of questions, not only about security, but who did it and why. And so President Johnson established on November 29, 1963, a week after the assassination, the Warren Commission, named for Chief Justice Earl Warren, who was going to head it. And they're going to study why Kennedy was assassinated. 10 months later, on September 24, 1964, the Warren Commission issued its 888-page report. It basically said that Oswald acted alone. Both the FBI review and the Warren Commission said there were 3 shots, but they disagreed on some of the specifics. They both agreed the first shot hit JFK through his neck. The Warren Commission said the bullet then ricocheted through Connally's back and hit him in the thigh. The FBI believed that the second bullet hit Connally, and the Warren Commission said one of the last 2 bullets missed, but the third bullet killed JFK. They both agreed. Of course, the Warren Commission report didn't please everybody, and in the years since, there's been a real cottage industry of conspiracy theories. For example, people cited Oswald's Soviet and Cuban connections. People noted that Johnson was really ambitious, and people cited the CIA. People said that no one could have made those shots. It was too difficult a shot, and other people said that they saw shots coming from in front of the motorcade, from the famous grassy knolls. Obviously, when Ruby killed Oswald, it offered people an opportunity to say, well, Ruby was silencing Oswald on behalf of the mafia connections. They could prove that Ruby had some connections to organized crime. Questions arose over the competency of the autopsy, and people could claim that the Warren Commission had made errors. So the list goes on and on. Today, most historians believe that Oswald acted alone, and they have refuted most of the conspiracy theories. Recent advances in forensics have supported the Warren Commission's report. They could prove things like the extra shots that some people claimed were not shots at all, but were motorcycles backfiring. People who pushed theories could be proved that they weren't in the location during the assassination that they said they were. Ruby always claimed in jail that he acted alone. It's Oswald's a trained Marine marksman that could make those shots. There have been numerous investigations over the years, and almost all have supported the single lone gunman report. The notable exception was the House Select Committee on Assassinations. This concludes the section on the aftermath of the Kennedy assassination.